Late one night, a young woman named Clara was driving home through a dense, fog-covered forest. She'd been on this road many times before, but tonight felt different. The air seemed heavier, colder. As her car's headlights cut through the mist, she noticed something ahead, a figure standing in the middle of the road. Clara slowed down, her heart racing. It was a woman, pale and drenched as if she had just come from the river nearby. She wore an old-fashioned dress that clung to her like a second skin. Clara rolled down her window slightly, concerned. "Are you all right?" she called out. The woman didn't respond, but her eyes, deep and hollow, locked onto Clara's. Feeling uneasy, Clara decided it was best to leave and pressed her foot down on the gas. But when she looked in the rearview mirror, the woman was gone, vanished into the fog. Relieved, Clara continued driving, but the unease wouldn't leave her. A few minutes later, her radio crackled to life, though she hadn't turned it on. The voice was faint at first, but soon it became clearer, speaking her name. "Clara, turn back." Her hands tightened on the steering wheel. She turned off the radio, trying to steady her breath. It was impossible. She pressed the pedal harder, speeding up, wanting to escape whatever was happening. Suddenly, the headlights flickered. The car stuttered and died, coasting to a stop in the middle of the road. Clara frantically turned the key, trying to restart the engine, but it refused to come back to life. She grabbed her phone, no signal. Panic set in as the fog thickened around her, then a soft tap. She froze, her eyes slowly moving to the passenger window. There, pressed against the glass, was the pale face of the woman from the road, her eyes wide and her mouth twisted into a sinister grin. The woman's hand reached for the door handle. Clara screamed, locking the doors just as the handle began to rattle. But the woman didn't stop. Her face now filled with rage, she banged on the window harder and harder. And then, just as suddenly, the banging stopped. Clara, shaking, glanced around, terrified to see where the woman had gone. She tried the ignition one more time, and to her surprise, the car roared to life. Without looking back, she floored it, speeding away as fast as she could. When she got home, Clara rushed inside and locked every door, every window. Exhausted, she collapsed onto her bed, feeling the adrenaline slowly ebb away. Just as she was about to drift off, she heard it. A soft tap, coming from her bedroom window,